Hello, everyone. Emily Johnson here. This is not the normal time for the Art of Senior Fitness program design, but if you were tuning in this morning or this afternoon, depending on where you were in the world, we had some technical difficulties. And this was after Lisa and I had did a test run the day before. So I apologize for that issue. I have since figured out what the issue was, and next week when I have Ron Freckleton on as my guest, we will have no issues. But once again, Ron and I will practice the day before to make sure that we are good. So I'm going to check now to make sure we're live. We are live on Facebook and LinkedIn. So today on the Art of Senior Fitness Program Design, I had Lisa Moorhead, who is the Active Living Manager at Berwick Comox Valley, join me. And you've been hearing me talk for week after week. This is the 12th episode I have done on the Art of Senior Fitness Program Design. So I figured it was about time that you hear from someone other than me. So Lisa is talking about her perspective of senior fitness and active aging as the role of an active living manager within senior living. All right. So what I'm about to play for you is a recorded playback of the interview that I did with her this afternoon, this morning, depending on where you were in Canada. And I do apologize because it's cut off a little bit of the beginning of the interview. So where she jumps in at, she is explaining why she loves being an active living manager. And she has been with Berwick Comox Valley since the building opened. The joke I think that you missed, I don't think she says it in the part that I recorded, is that she was there before the carpet was there. So she is amazing, and I am so excited for you to see the interview with her. So now I'll just change over to the recording of that interview. Thank you so much. And if you have questions throughout the live, I will still be here and to answer any questions that you may have on Facebook or LinkedIn. So thank you, everyone. And please enjoy the Art of Senior Fitness Program Design interview with Lisa Moorhead.
Really special. I think we forget that um, people in their 70s, 80s, and 90s are as special and are as amazing as people in their teens and 20s and 30s. Just because I'm in my 80s doesn't mean I don't like to put on, some fresh lipstick and um, buy that really cool outfit or those amazing running shoes to show off an exercise class. You know, I'm going to be the same way. I always say that when I, move into Berwick, I'll cause some trouble. But the fact that these people, bring articles and Lisa, did you see this? And this would be really cool. We should try that. So being engaged with people um, at a very personal level, in a sense that I work in someone's home. I get to see them at their best and sometimes not at their best. So being able to enjoy that and embracing that, I think is, why I like to do it, why it's not a job, it's a passion.
That's awesome. And Berwick Comox Valley was actually the recipient of the Beacon Award last year for the best in wellness. So tell me a little bit about the award and what Berwick Comox Valley does to be such a leader in wellness.
Okay, so the Beacon Award recognizes senior living communities, fostering an environment that embraces wellness. So it's an international award. We were one of two in Canada, so we were number one in Canada. That's what I like to say.
Awesome.
But we were one in 20 in the United States, and showing the foster of wellness. And it's interesting because when we went for the award, I was like, oh, okay. Because it's it's ingrained into what we do. We've been doing wellness, the six dimensions of wellness in at our site for years. So you have to take it apart and you go, oh yeah, I guess we do that. I guess we, foster that. We look at the physical, the emotional, the social, the spiritual, vocational. We look at those. I encourage residents to try new things. That's my job. We incorporate that with our staff. We make sure we have a very vibrant program that we encompass all those things. So we do it normally. Um, my staff always say to me, they're like, yeah, but doesn't everybody else do this? And I'm like, no, actually, no, people don't. And we make sure we do multi-dimensional programming. So when we're doing a fitness class, you're also working the brain. You're also asking questions. You're asking, socially how things are going. Did you drink enough water? Um, did you get enough sleep last night? So we're encompassing every part of the wheel, the dimensions,
Mhm.
to provide well-based programs and engaging programs. So it's not like I'm sitting there and just telling them what to do. I'm asking questions. I'm getting them to think.
Mhm.
What else can you add to that? So that's what that award's about. And I think we actually really showcase that at Berwick, Comox Valley. That's all our programs. We run anywhere from 55 to 90 programs a week. Some of those are run by staff. Some of those are run by people from the community, and some of those are run by our own residents.
That's
We
wonderful.
have yeah, it is wonderful. So, and those are all parts of that. You have to have something to wake up for, right? You need some purpose, and we try to give purpose to our residents to make them engaged and healthy.
Mhm.
you know at the end of the day, that's my job, is to make sure that they're healthy, and that they're doing things to be part of their community and to follow that whole wheel,
Mhm.
because I want them to be healthy and live with us as long as they can live with us for. So I think that's really important. That's what we strive to do on a daily basis.
That's wonderful. And congratulations again on that win. You
Thank
and your
you.
team must be so proud of that. And
Yeah, we were.
and awesome. And what kind of fitness classes are you currently offering at Berwick Comox Valley?
Okay, so because that's my background. So from day one, we've always offered a variety of classes. So over the years, we do usually 6 days a week. We do a seated, standing cardio fitness class. We do yoga. We do ball fitness. We do balance and strength. We did some osteo fit, we do circuit training, we do walking groups. Um, we also have fitness equipment. We have couple new steps, treadmills. So residents that don't like to do group setting
Mhm.
exercise, because some people don't like to do that. We have a fair amount of bikes and treadmills and stuff that people can use. We have lots of people that actually walk. We have really nice walking paths, and because we don't get a lot of snow here, the weather's quite nice. Um, our residents can keep fit. Even walking the halls, when it's not very nice, they can walk our 4 hallways, do loops. We've set up a circuit training for them, and they can get in about a kilometer.
Wow.
So we offer a huge variety, and now we'll be starting with Stronger You Fitness too, which I'm really excited about.
Yeah, awesome. And we'll talk about that in a moment. But have you seen any benefits, or do you have any stories of residents who've moved into Berwick Comox Valley? They start taking your fitness classes, and then you're seeing improvements or benefits in their overall well-being.
Yeah. So we have a lovely resident who's lived with us for, I'm going to say almost 8 years. And when she moved in, she had some really bad falls at home. And so her family encouraged her to move into Berwick. And she couldn't even walk up the stairs. She was in she was in some rough shape. So she'd come to my exercise class, and I'd work on her balance and her core strength and her cardio, and then she'd start walking outside. She goes now for anywhere from 4 to 6 kilometers a day,
Wow,
plus
awesome.
comes to the exercise class, and she always says to me, Lisa, you're the reason I can walk, you're the reason I'm doing so well. And I
That's
always
a
say to her,
great
no,
feeling.
no, I said, no, I'm just coaching you. You're the one doing all the work. You're the one coming
Very
to the
true.
classes. You're the one walking. You're the one who's putting in all that time to be fit and to be you're bettering yourself. So, and she always, she'll always say, "Oh, Lisa, I saw the deer out today, or I saw my girl, my friend that I walked that same route, and she waves to me." And, so it's lovely to see that. I've also had residents that have had to do, hip surgeries or knee surgeries.
Mhm.
So, helping them with pre and post classes too, what they can do, what they can't do, what exercises are important. We built in our new Zoom room, I built a stretching platform, kind of what you would see in a physio department. So people can get on that safely. They can still do their stretches, still do those exercises that they might not be able to do on the ground.
Mhm.
And, using a new step machine to help them work that rehab, I think is so important um, for anybody who's having surgery, and some of them it's because they're wearing out some of their joints, and they don't they still want to walk, they still want to do those exercises, so they're still keep doing that, right, which I think is so important. I always say to them, your quads and your hamstrings are your most important muscles, because if you can't get up off the chair, it means you can't get off the toilet,
Mhm.
and that means you're not independent. I know they always say that to me. Yes, yes, Lisa, we know. I, but it's my job to remind them to do that.
Mhm.
Those are important things. Um, and we, our generation, fitness and recreation is something that's kind of embedded in us, right? That was something we were taught in school, um, that it's really important. A lot of the people I work with, um, that wasn't part of their daily routine. They would have maybe walked to work, or a homemaker. So they did physical work at home, but then when they retired, they didn't do much. So encouraging them, explaining to them why it's important is something we do on a daily basis, why coaching is so important, what we do.
Yeah, absolutely. And so you alluded to the fact that you've now taken the Stronger You Senior Fitness course. Your staff have just completed and submitted their video. So the whole team there at Berwick Comox Valley is now certified. And you've taken other courses as well. So, in your words, how do you feel about the Stronger You Senior Fitness certification, and how does it differ with other certifications you've taken or you know of?
So one big thing, I was so excited when I got to meet you, and I'm so proud of our head office to say, wow, this is amazing. What do you think, Lisa? And I, read up on you and looked over the program, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. Especially a lot of stuff comes from the States. It's not Canadian based. So this was really lovely because it is Canadian based. You're following all those principles. It's based on seniors. Most programs, I've taken over the years, you take them and then you have to adapt the whole program. You have to find the certain music. You have to find, okay, yeah, that's a great exercise, but can I now do that seated? Yeah, is somebody who can't lift up over their head, are they going to be able to do that? So this program is so amazing because it's all there. You don't have to do all that, especially when you're running 80 programs a week. It's nice to have a script program that you can follow. Go, oh, okay, oh, I'm going to do this program today. This is the Stronger You program. We're going to touch base on this. You've laid it out. You've given us good talking points to explain to residents. The best was about weights. And, and I'm saying to my residents, oh, you know, we need to add some more weight to that. Oh, no, no, no. I'm like, okay, so whose purse weighs less than 5 pounds? And they all are like, oh, yeah. Or whose tray, when you're bringing it from the bistro to your table, you with your bowl of soup and your cup of coffee and your juice and oh, yeah.
Mhm.
So those principles are so important to them, when you're explaining and coaching to them why it's important to do those things, and you're giving us relevant information, especially my staff who doesn't have the background I do, and they're like, wow, Lisa, this is amazing. There's really good stuff I'm learning here, because most programs, especially in Canada, you're not, if you take recreation or whatever, they give you a broad sense of it, but nothing geared to seniors, right? Which is too bad because most of our population is over 60, so it's a benefit for them, and for working in the field of, long-term care or in a retirement home. It's nice to grab something that's fresh, that's interesting, because we have to be as excited about it as anybody else. So
Absolutely.
if I'm not excited about it, my residents aren't going to be excited. So when I keep talking about it and the music's great and it's upbeat
Mhm.
and there's great moves and great things we're learning, and they'll say, oh, that's too hard, and I'll say, yeah, but we're working this. So the whole idea is why it's set up this way is we're going to get you to do patterns, and that's great for your brain. And oh, okay, so it's exciting and it's interesting and it's new and it's fresh, which I think we get stuck in our own rut. So encouraging the residents to try something new and seeing that we're excited about it is fun and exciting. Who wants to go to a fitness class that, oh yeah, okay, I really do this? No, we want to see the instructor, woohoo, everybody, let's stretch, let's do this, like, did you
Mhm.
listen to this music? We want that because then they get excited and then they're going to come back.
Absolutely.
So I think it's important. I think, and it's so well run. Um, the course was amazing. What we learned from it, the exercise physiology part of it, the breakdown of stuff, the fact that exercise classes plus other things. So getting in walks and doing other aspects helps with that whole balance of the physical part.
Absolutely. And I know you already had so many wonderful programs going on, so this is just adding to that batch. But what did your residents think, and is it enhancing your offering?
It's totally enhancing our offering, and the residents like it. I think they like the music, they like um, the newness of it, and that we all kind of bring a little bit different aspects to it. That they're enjoying it, that they're coming back, that they're learning something new, which is really engaging for them. So if I can keep them engaged, that they'll keep coming back because we do offer a lot of classes a day.
Mhm.
So and that we can offer the cardio part, the strengthening part, the balance, meditation part of the program, that we can offer different aspects for them so they can choose and pick what they want to do too, which I think is important because we all like variety, right?
Absolutely.
Um, so I think that that's fun for them as much as it's fun for us learning stuff, you
Absolutely.
know?
And what would you say to someone who is, they've seen Stronger You Senior Fitness and they're kind of hemming and hawing about whether or not they want to take the certification? What would you say to them?
I would say go for it. As a person hiring staff, it's something I would ask them. Have you looked at this? We work with North Island College here, and we have students that come with us through the activity program. So I've talked to them and said, this would be a very good, um, e- either encourage your staff or, sorry, students to take this program because it would look really good on a resume, because knowing that if someone came to me and said, oh, this is what I have, I'm like, oh, great, you know you're certified, you know what you're doing, you're going to teach classes safely, because over the years I've had staff that don't have that experience. So I worry about that, where this is going to set them up to succeed as a staff member, but then it's going to set up anybody they're teaching as, to succeed in what they're doing. So I think it would be great, a compliment to any program out there in Ontario, or sorry, in anywhere in Canada. But I think any recreational program, either rec leisure, a rec therapist program, um, any type of program like that, I think it would be really nice compliment to the program. Even when somebody graduates to take it, it doesn't take that long, um, to study, to learn the program, to videotape you. It doesn't take that long to learn. So I think it would be a great benefit for anybody in our field. And there's, lots and lots and lots of recreation. There's lots of senior homes and nursing homes I think would benefit from it.
Wonderful. And just in our final minutes, I'm sure everyone is wondering, as a leader in health and wellness that Comox, Berwick Comox Valley is, what are you guys doing right now to keep your residents engaged amid the COVID-19 pandemic? How are you guys doing?
So we have to do social distancing. So we've added more exercise classes, but smaller classes. So we've distanced all the residents, wash their hands before they come in. We wash everything down. We've done care packages for them for their mental. And in that, I gave them exercise programs to follow. We've asked them to journal write. We've asked them to maybe buddy up and phone another resident in the building or phone their family member. We're helping them communicate with their families through computers and like what we're doing now, coloring, getting them to do thank you notes for the local community groups that will deliver. Um, Today we're doing a special ice cream treat for them, delivering food. Um, we have a tuck shop now with items that they can purchase. They're still going out for walks on our property. We have, beautiful paths that they can walk on. They're still walking the halls. We're cleaning every touch point and all that kind of stuff. That's what we do. Is keeping them as engaged, just like you and I. When we're home, we need to keep engaged. So next week we have an accordion player who's going to come around the building and play outside, so they can listen on their balconies. It's just encouraging them to be safe and encouraging them still to do things that they love to do. Some of them are still planting on their patios and such. So it's being mindful, keeping our social, physical distance, but we still can be active. We still can do some interesting things. So just trying to keep spirits up.
That's great. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, Lisa. And, I think we did have some technical difficulties at the beginning, but this is recorded. So if there's anyone still who cannot hear Lisa, I will put the recording up out there so you can hear everything that she was saying. So thank you so much for passing on all of your wisdom to us today. I love how we're on very much the same page when it comes to the weights. This group who watches weekly, they hear me say it all the time about I wanted to just make all the 1 and 2 pound weights disappear. So I was happy. I did not coach Lisa to say
No,
that.
but it's so
She
true.
she just believes it as well. So thank you so much for sharing all that with us. And for next week, again, since you've heard me speak for 12 weeks, everyone, wanted to invite some guests. So I had Lisa this week, and next week I'm going to have another special guest. His name is Ron Freckleton, and he is a resident in a retirement community, and he's going to talk about his perspective of active aging as an active ager. So
Oh,
that'll be on here, same time, same place next week. So thank you so much, Lisa. And we are signing off.
thank you.
Everyone have a great weekend and stay safe, everyone. Thank you so much.